Okay, in this video, we are going to take a look at the Fantasy Grounds 5e Indicators extension. This is an extension out of the Twohy camp. The developer on this is John Waite, better known as Matty Kerr online. This 5e Indicators is a fantastic little extension to help you understand some of the things that are going on during your combat on your battle map. So you're able to see things like whose turn it is, who is targeted, saving throw results, the health status of PCs and monsters, and the death status of both PCs and monsters. Monsters just go straight to a death indicator, whereas PCs have a dying, stable, or dead indicator, and we'll take a look at some of those. If you're interested in this extension, you can pick that up at the Dungeon Masters Guild, the DM's Guild. I will have a link in the show notes to help you find that. To give you a better indication of how this works, I'm just going to whip up a little scenario here. So we've got our Kai Mysticus is battling against these 3 Iceborne Orcs. Now, right off the bat, you can see on our combat tracker here that it is Kai's turn. And so he has this little blue indicator around him that tells us that it is his turn on the map. As I move through the combat tracker, you can see that that little indicator moves to our various orcs as it is their turn, and then back to Kai to show that it is his turn again. Now that it is Kai's turn, we are going to attack these 2 Iceborne Orc here. So I am going to target both of them. And you can see we get these yellow sort of crosshair indicators over top of the tokens telling us that those 2 are targeted. I might add in the 3rd here if I was able, or if I click on it again, you can see that it is no longer targeted. So we have our Iceborne Orc 1 and 2 targeted right now. We're going to go into Kai's sheet here, down to his actions tab, and we're going to cast Thunder Wave against these 2. So I'm going to click on my cast button, and we can see here that Iceborne Orc 1 failed. So we get this little red circle with the white X, and Iceborne Orc 2 succeeded. So we get this little yellow with the check mark that tells us who failed, who succeeded, and you can also get a half damage indicator if that is relevant to that particular saving throw. And now I'm gonna do some damage on these 2. All right, you see we get a little bit of blood splatter here that has appeared on them, telling us that they are damaged. This amount of blood spatter will increase as the damage increases, so we're able to tell that they are more or less damaged. I'm just going to go here to our Iceborne Orc 1. I'm going to move him right up to 8 points of damage, and you can see we've had an increase in the amount of blood splatter there, telling us that they are more damaged. So we are going to move along through our order here. Coming back to Kai. Now, if our PCs get damaged, it shows up the same. So we get a little bit of damage here initially. We get up to 6 points of damage. Now we have quite a bit. Now, when our characters go to their dying status, so we have 7 points of damage here with Kai, there are some different indicators that show up. I've just taken screenshots of those in the interest of making this a little easier to explain. So when they drop initially 7 points of damage for Kai, that would be, they get this indicator showing that they are dying. We go through 3 death saves, and if they save, they will show this indicator as being stable. So they will move back up to having a single hit point. or they will show, if they fail those saves, they will show the dead indicator. And that character has died. So PCs only get these three indicators because of their dying, stable, or dead status. Any monsters, any other NPCs, they will move straight to the dead status. And in this particular case, with our Iceborne Orc 2 here, I am just going to move them right up to 10 points of damage, and you can see that Skull and Crossbones appears, showing that that particular monster or NPC has died. So simple little extension to use. Doesn't require any sort of setup. You are able to go into options and come down to the status indicators. You can play with these in terms of the scale and the type of indicator that shows up. So a little bit of customization. I'm not going to get into that right now, but something you can play with if you'd like to change things up a little bit in the way this works. But great for helping you understand what's going on your map in terms of whose turn it is, what's targeted, who saved, who failed, whether they are just a little bit damaged or a lot damaged, and then finally what NPCs or PCs may be dead, dying, or stable. So there it is. Hope you find some use in that extension. And again, if you're interested in picking it up, you can get that at the DM's Guild, and the link will be in the show notes. Thanks very much.